All right, we're back. So I'm going to go over the show forms. So again, log in, get to the projects page here, and then you will see your status, your projects, shows, reservations, certifications, and classes. So I've got two projects that I created in the first tutorial. They're both active, which means I now have the link here to create a show. So I'm going to go into the music show. Let's just say that I went out and filmed a band last night with some gear. Well, probably not last night if I edited it, but I have a show that I need to submit. So I'm going to add new show. And then you come to the show form. It's really similar to what you've been working with currently. And so show name. So this is going to be, we're still working on a schedule for our website. And I know it's been a long time coming, but once that's developed and embedded on the site, then the show name is what will show up on it. So you want to, you don't want to just call it like episode 1, because we're not going to know what show it is. So you want to put, the name of your show, and then colon, something like that. We want to know what the name of the show is, and then you can put the episode name, or this would be the band name. So something similar to that. That's why in the default we have show name, episode name. Series, it's not required, but if you have a series, you can type in that. Description, it's kind of the who, what, where, why, something that you would want to put on the schedule, or something that you would want people to read on the video on demand that we now have. Is it live or is it pre-recorded? Is it local or is it out of area? Is it so did you produce it here or is it out of area? And then channel preference. Remember again, channel 10 is the way we reprogram things is like kind of news, current events, politics, talk shows. 11 is going to be mostly inspirational content. 16 is going to be music, entertainment, sports, mostly music. So you can request any channel you want. We are content neutral, but just know that that's how we kind of re-air things in those different categories. So just keep that in mind. And then, has it aired before? Is it first time? And then mature content. Does it have has no mature content or adult content, or is it have language or gore? We put mature content. Does it have adult content, sexually explicit content, and or nudity? So we need to know that. This is very important. So this determines when we air it. This stuff here is typically after 10 p.m. all the way until 5 a.m. And then this adult content here is going to be after 1 a.m., probably between 1 and 4 a.m. So just keep that in mind. So you take in media policy, you know the rules. You need to tell us what content you have. If it's none, it could air at any time. Show notes could be anything. It could say air 3 times and delete, air as much as possible, or this is just going to go to Charles for the programming department. So digital file name. So again, just kind of sticking to, we have a default value, or at least kind of a hint here. So we'd like for you to have all caps, maybe an abbreviation of your show, and then episode, name, and then the number, and then .mov, .avi, .mpeg, whatever the file format is. So this is the actual digital file name that you've dropped off in the system. And then digital file duration. So this is going to be hours, minutes, and seconds. So for a typical series show is 58 minutes and 30 seconds, or 28 minutes and 30 seconds. So it would be 00, 58, 30. Air date, time preference. So this is going to be, you have to stick to this format here. So month, day, year, and then 7 p.m. will be 7:00 p.m. So just once you start typing, it goes away, but you want to stick to this kind of format. And it'll give you an error message if you don't, because this goes into our database and it has to be the right format. And then file uploading. So we now have online uploading, and you can click here. So it says please upload your digital file online, or through upload stations at Austin Public. So we do have the kiosk up front in the lobby. We also have the outdoor kiosk that you can use, but if you want to, you can click here and it'll take you to our Telview Connect. So Telview is our playback system, so we do have a login for this, and you can get that information by clicking here. So he says you can go here to find out more, find out the login info for online uploading, as well as more information about how to name, format, and submit your show. So I can click here, and this actually goes to our austinfilm.org website. So this is a direct link to how to submit your file. So here's the upload from home information, login, password, and then we talk about how we program all of our content, how we distribute it. So we're still on the 4 cable providers, and then online streaming and video on demand through our website. And then we have a Roku app and an Apple TV app that are fairly new. So you can just search Austin Public on those devices. It's super awesome. And then all of this information still about how to drop the file off, how to fade in, fade out, 10-second tag, naming your file, and then formatting. So, and then a little background on series and pre-recorded content or independent content. So super helpful, all from clicks from the show form now. So let me just do a test. So we're going to call it, so this is Doug's Music Show. Type episode 1. No series, description, band name, shot in Studio One on 5/5/18. All right, and then it was, so this is a pre-recorded file. It's local. I want to air on channel 16. It did air. I went live actually, so it has aired before. And it's got mature content. The band did not censor lyrics, so there is language. And then the file name is Doug's Music Show episode 001.mov. It's a QuickTime file. It was an hour and 30 minutes. And I want it to air. We'll keep that time. Okay, so that should be good. And then I'm going to hit submit. And if everything is filled in properly and all the required fields, we'll say thank you, your show has been submitted. Please allow up to 5 days for our staff to process the file. For any questions, please contact Charles. All right, so I can click back on my projects tab, and I can drop down my show forms, and you'll see that file right there. So that's the one I just sent. So cool, looks good. And then if I go on the back end and approve that, then it would then say processed. And I can also change the date on the back end to reflect when it actually airs, then it'll reflect back on here. So if you have any other questions, feel free to come to one of the training sessions that are coming up on the week of May 14th, or you can always just email me or talk to Charles. He also has worked in the portal. And Matt and Graham as well, but they're still kind of getting used to it as well. So feel free to shoot me or Charles an email or talk to us in person or come to a training session. All right.